Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. For those of you returning, thank you so much. I appreciate you so very much. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and I appreciate you stopping by today. If you like home decor on a budget, thrift flips, holiday decor, gift ideas, and an occasional haul, then hit that subscribe button and become part of our family. I would love to have you join. So today I am participating in the Reason for the Season playlist that is hosted by LaParsha at Creating It Myself, and I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So I started off this project with this ornament from Dollar Tree, or Hobby Lobby. The sign I got from Hobby Lobby, it was marked down to like 74 cents. I printed out the story of the birth of Jesus, and so then I had some antique Mod Podge there too. So I started off by wetting the paper on the edge with my paintbrush and ripping the edges off to give it more of an old-fashioned look. Then I took my antique Mod Podge and I'm brushing it all over because I want it to look antique-ish. So I just brushed this all over that page. And once I was done with that, I wanted to paint the inside of that frame with a kind of a light beige color. So I'm taking my paint here. I think this was Coffee by FolkArt, something like that. I'll put the colors in the description box. And I added some white to it. And then I ended up adding some yellow orchard, I don't remember what it's called. And mixed it all together, and I painted the inside of this, and then I thought, this really wasn't the color I was going for. And after I have that all painted, I think I did 2 coats, I realized it's not really what I was looking for. So you'll see what I do here in a minute. So while that was drying, I took my antique wax and I am just brushing this little nativity ornament with my wax, and then I will use a paper towel to wipe off the excess, and I do that all the way around except for the star. I do paint the star with that paint color that I mixed together. Then after that I realized this antique didn't darken up the paper enough. It was still too white. So I decided to take some of my antique wax by Waverly and put it on the paper and rub it in. And I really like the way this came out. It looks older and a little more antique-ish. I really like the way it came out. Then after I had that all rubbed in, and I don't know why I'm showing you so much of this, guys. I'm sorry. Don't mean to bore you. I then took a piece of cardstock that I had it was actually a paper pad from Michael's, and I'm just putting, I found a paper that I liked, cut it down, used my glue stick on the back, and then I am just putting it inside of that frame just to kind of help cover up some of that color. And the color wasn't that bad. It just wasn't what I was picturing in my mind. So then I took the same glue stick and rubbed it all around the back of the Bible verse that contains the story of Jesus's birth. Then I just put this on top of that paper. And then after that, I'm going to use some of these little glue dots. Now, they weren't very thick, so I ended up putting 3 on top of each other. And I put one behind Mary, one behind Joseph, and then I do put one at the top right underneath the star. And because I wanted it to have a little bit of a 3D effect. So then I just put it right on in the middle of that. Then I took this bush I got from Family Dollar the other day. I absolutely love the color of this. It's kind of a softer green. And I took some picks off, and I'm trying just to decide where I want to lay them. So I'm just going to hot glue those 2 right there in the middle of the picture. And then I'm going to hot glue that Pinecone right in the middle of it as well. If you are new here, I just want to say welcome. If you are really liking what you see today, hit that subscribe button and become part of our family. I'd love to have you join, and then hit the notification bell so that way YouTube will notify you when I upload a video, which should be every Wednesday, except for when I am participating in challenges. Depending on how many challenges I have that week will depend on whether or not I upload on Wednesday or not. So for this week, I will not be uploading tomorrow because of this challenge, and I have one on Friday as well. So then I took this ribbon that I got at Dollar Tree, and I made a little bow, and I just added that to the greenery on the bottom, and I think it came out looking really, really sweet. You have to let me know what you think about it in the description box below. No, in the comment box below. Okay, today's playlist is called The Reason for the Season Challenge, and it is being hosted by LaParsha with Creating It Myself. And basically, we are just making Christmas decorations that is about the reason for Christmas, which is Jesus, of course. So make sure you check out LaParsha's video as well as the playlist. All links will be in my description box below. Here is DIY number 2. So I saw this saying on Pinterest and knew I wanted to make something with it. So I'm using one of these house frames from Dollar Tree, some paper from Hobby Lobby, and then I created this saying with my Cricut. So there I just trimmed out the glass from the frame with my paper, and I'm just going around with my glue stick, and then I'm going to adhere that to the back part of the frame. So the inner part of the frame, I guess you'd call it. And then I'm just sticking that all on. Then I sanded down the frame. Now I was going to try and put the antique wax on it, but it's kind of slick, so it wasn't wanting to stick to it. So I decided to go ahead and sand it down. And then I added my antique wax, and then I wipe it down with the napkin. Now, again, it wasn't wanting to soak in very well. It was better once I sanded it, but really I didn't want it too dark. I just wanted to darken it up because it was a little too light for what I wanted. Then I took the little picture that I created from Cricut My Space, and I just put it up there on the top, and then I put my saying. It says, "Each of us is an innkeeper who decides if there's room for Jesus." And I loved that saying, so I went ahead and printed it out, and here I am struggling, trying to get it all onto my glass. And I don't know what was going on, but it was giving me a little bit of a trouble. Some of it would stay just fine, and some of it just wanted to come up. But in the end, I got it all taken care of. And I think this is just such a sweet, sweet sign. And like I said before, I love this saying. So you can find the links to my social media as well as my Buy Me a Coffee account and my Couture in the Linktree in my description box below. So once I got that all on, I just put the glass and the backing inside of that frame, and then I push down the little tabs. And you want to be really careful with the tabs on these Dollar Tree frames. They break off really easy, so I'm always really careful with them. And there it is. And of course, I just needed to add a little something extra, so I took another one of those I don't know, fir branches, I guess you'd call them, from that pick that I used in the last DIY, and I just hot glue it there in the corner. And then I take another one of those, I guess I don't. I take a bow. I made a little bow with my buffalo check ribbon. No, it's not red, so it's not buffalo check, it's gingham. And I just recently learned that. And then I hot glued that little pine cone on top, and that's all there was for this one. Really easy, and it's just very sweet, and it really is good for this season. Okay guys, here is DIY number 3. I absolutely love this picture. If you didn't know, I have recently become a chalk couture designer. And so this is what I used. I used my stencil there, that frame I got from Chalk Couture, and my candy apple red and meadow green and shimmering white, or is it just white? I can't remember what color it is. I'll have it in my description box. It'll be in my Linktree actually. And here I'm just fuzzing the stencil. So you want to fuzz it. This isn't the first time you use the stencil, but if it's the first time, like 5 or 6 times. So I just fuzz it about 3 times. That way it does stick to your board, but not too bad. Once I get this all on, I'm just brushing it around, making sure it's down all the way. I'm going to use some painter's tape here to put around the areas that I don't want to be white, because I'm going to do white first. And I don't trust myself. I get a little crazy, and you'll be able to see that here in a few minutes. But I didn't want to, I knew I would get white on the leaves and stuff that's close to the lettering. So that's why I'm just putting some painter's tape on it. And then I just take my wax with my squeegee, or not wax, my chalk paste. And then I just go over, and it doesn't take a lot of this stuff, you guys, because you just spread it out. And then once you have it all on there, you just scrape up the excess with your squeegee and put it back into your container. So a little bit goes a long ways with this stuff. And I tell you, this is my my third project I've done with Chalk Couture. And every time I just love how this stuff looks. It comes out looking so high-end and professional, and I just love it. So here I'm just using my candy apple red and going over the little areas that have berries. And then I'm going to use my meadow green and go over the branches there. And I love how this comes out, you guys. It is just so pretty. If you're interested in any of the products that I use today, you can find in my Linktree, I will have a cart that will have all these items. And if you want to purchase them, you can do that. If you want to delete some of the items, you can do that. If you want to add some items to it, you can do that. But I will just have it there for your convenience. And these transfers, they can be used, they say up to about 10 times, as long as you're cleaning them well. So yeah, they're amazing. So there it is. And then I use my shimmer gold on the little stable and star there. And I took this ribbon. I got this ribbon from Walmart. I just love it. It's beautiful. And then the other ribbon I got from Amazon. I'll have a link to that as well in my description box. And I'm just making a bow out of both of them like I normally do. My little awareness bow, scrunch it up in the middle, and then use a twist tie to tie them together. And then after that, I am going to, I think I put something in the middle. Oh yeah, I took a branch, one of those other branches, and I just put it inside that twist tie. And then I'm just adding some of these little berries from a berry pick from Dollar Tree, and I'm just adding it to in between the branches there, hot gluing it. And then I'm just going to add it to the top of this picture, and that's all there is. It is so pretty. I absolutely love this, and it's just gorgeous. And I can't wait to show you some more stuff with this Chalk Couture, because it is just, to me, it's just amazing. So you'll have to let me know what you think about this picture. And if you have any questions, just put it in the comment box. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have about it. And here's the final reveal of the last 3 projects. Sorry for the reflection in that picture frame. But you know, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about these. I love them. I hope you did too, but I will be back again, I said, on Friday. So until then, guys, have a blessed week, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.